my top reasons why I will be leaving Thailand and when would that happen. Okay, before I start, let me talk about this video called 9 Reasons Why I Left the West for Thailand. So in that video, this is my top 9 reasons why I moved to Thailand. And the first reason is to start business and to work online. Now, when I was writing the script, I didn't have it in order. And it took me about like 2 minutes to put this list in order. And I put this start a business to work online as my number 1. And I picked this because at that time when I was picking the order, again, it took me about a couple minutes. I didn't, put too much thought into it. So now I have a couple days or more than a couple days to really think about it. This is not my number 1 reason why I moved to Thailand. My number 1 reason is something else. And some of you might be thinking, well, working online or starting a business, the results of that is money, right? So then some of you might be thinking that, well, I moved to Thailand because of money, because that's my number 1. It's not about money, believe it or not. At least I don't call it money. So it's not about money. If I wanted to make a lot of money, I wouldn't move to Thailand at all. If I wanted to make a lot of money, I would just stay back in the West. I wouldn't be here. So I don't call it money. I call it resources. Because when you put the time to work on something, you get resources. That's what I was thinking about. Why resources? Because when you have resources, you can pursue anything you want to do. You want to do whatever you want to do because you have resources. So is resources my number 1 thing, number 1 reason to move to Thailand? Of course not. No, it's not resources. It's not money. It is the output of resources is freedom. So if I have resources, I will get my freedom. I can do anything I want. I meant to say my number 1 reason why I left the West to Thailand is because of freedom. Because I wanted the freedom to do or pursue what the heck I want to do. And don't get me wrong, like I love Canada, I love the West. I miss my free healthcare, even though I never really use it. And it's actually not that free. Like you still pay the taxes and it goes into the healthcare system. But there's a lot of great things about the West, about Canada. And if I didn't grow up in Canada, I wouldn't have the opportunity to do what I do now. So I am grateful. Yeah, and one day I will eventually move back to the West. I'm not planning to stay in Thailand forever. I hope that makes sense. And yeah, so as a content creator, you have a lot of pressure to produce content. So I guess I kind of rushed it. So I just want to clear that up. I don't know how the heck people do daily uploads. It is so hard. You're just gonna end up contradicting yourself, that sort of stuff. All right, let's get back to the video. I'm gonna read a couple people's comments. After that, I'll give you my reasons why I'll be leaving or moving out of Thailand after living here for 3 straight years, going on my 4th year at the time of this recording, and how much longer I can stay here. Since you discover this video, this channel, make sure to subscribe and click on the bell notification so you don't miss other new videos about Thailand. Okay, so here are some of the comments why people want to leave the West to live or to retire in Thailand and some of their concerns. Okay, so the first comment is by Ronnie O. He said, well, I gotta say I agree with everything you said in this video at first, and the food shots of those bowls with beef look awesome. I am in Thailand 3 years, Bangkok. I think you are lucky in that you can always work as an English teacher to supplement what you do online if needed. So it's kind of funny because Ron been watching me for I think 2 years now, and this channel is about 3 years old. It's been like over 100 videos, and he said that it's the first one that he agreed on everything. Thanks for the comment, Ron. The next comment, all right, so Sean here, he said, good choice, bro. I wish I had did it. Now I got 2 kids, a crazy wife, and a shitty 9-to-5 job. Don't look back, also in Canada. But one thing I can say is that it's not a bad idea to buy property in Canada and rent it out. I did this for 3 to 4 years and lived in Turkey. I made about $100,000 in equity over those years. As you know, the Canadian real estate market can be just crazy, especially in the GTA. So if you can, I still recommend saving up for the down payment and buy property and rent it out for a second source of income. Thanks for the idea, Sean. Now, yeah, I did that on my first attempt living here. So actually, most of you probably don't know this unless you read my ebook. There's a link in the description below. Back in 2010, I came to Thailand for 6 months, and then I had to go back to Canada because some issues with my home. I had to take care of it. And I came back the second time in 2015 and I sold everything because Thailand and Canada is very far. It's 24-hour trip to come here and then another 24 hours to go back. So that's why I did it. But if you have the money, don't rent. Put in a down payment and buy a home. Home value is always increased. But when you're renting, that money you pay for the rent is gone forever. Beer Studios here, he said, fully agree with your work and career sentiment. So many good things about Thailand, love the climate, the culture, and my lovely lady Ning, who I met nearly 3 years ago. And yes, the West has become a very negative place in so many ways. Lots of very good comments below. I think increasing numbers of people are feeling the same. I am hoping I will be able to transfer my life to Thailand soon. Yeah. I hope you can make it to Thailand, Beer Studios. So this one by Roger Z. I spent 3 months in Thailand so far, going home soon, but will return later in the year to stay for at least a year or possibly forever. Number one reason is the freedom. I also like the food. It's much healthier and cheaper. I've lost 30 pounds since I've been here. I can also pay someone to wash, dry, and fold my laundry cheaper than using a self-service laundromat back home. So thanks for the comment, Roger. Okay, so here are my 3 reasons why I will have to leave Thailand and move back to the West. Number 3, most people might not know this unless you've been following me for a while. I have a Thai passport, meaning I don't need a visa to live in Thailand. I can stay here as long as I want. I can also buy land. I can also work here without work permits. Most of you, 99% of you, probably not. You probably will need a visa. So the visa is probably maybe the number 1 reason why most people, particularly most people under 50 years old who cannot get a retirement visa, cannot live in Thailand year over year because it's getting harder. If I had to deal with the Thai visa, I wouldn't be in Thailand this long. At most, I might be here maybe 1.5 years, and that's it. Because I don't want to deal with it since I'm not 50 years old, right? Number 2, why I will have to leave Thailand is that the job, right? The job here, at least in my field, what I can find is that the salary is at least half what I can normally get back in North America. And most of those jobs are located in Bangkok. Now, I cannot live in Bangkok for too long. It's good for like a holiday. I think if I was in my 20s, I could live in Bangkok. But now, I don't know. It's just not my cup of tea. So that's why I will probably have to move back to the West because of the job. Now, a lot of people come to Thailand for a holiday. When you work here, it's work. Like, it's not a holiday. You have to show up on time. You have to work. It's the same thing back at home. So why would I work here and get less than half than what I would get for the same, level of stress? So I might as well go back to the West. So that's my number 2. And my number 1 reason why I will move back to the West and leave Thailand is that I'm out of resources. And I've been here for 4 years. So I might be able to squeeze 6 years. So 2 more years. Like, I'm working on other projects too. YouTube, it doesn't pay that much, at least for me and for the topic I talk about at this point of time. So if you don't see me upload regularly, it's because I'm working on other things outside of YouTube. So maybe if that other project take off, then I could stay here longer. Who knows? All right. So yeah, if you haven't watched the first video on my reasons why I left the West to live in Thailand, you can check it out here at the corner. Also, make sure to give this video a like, as well as share it if you think this is interesting and other people will find it interesting. If you want to get my free ebook on the introduction to Thailand, it's completely free. You can download it in the description below or type it out, open a new tab and type keyframe5.com/ebooks and download a free ebook from me. Thanks for watching.